Hi, I'm Robin Trimingham, and I'm here with Bill Storie, the founder of Olderhood.com, and you're listening to Radio Olderhood Retirement Happiness, a continuing series. So, Bill, what's on your mind today?
Hi Robin, hi everybody. I probably should say that this is the second time we've done this recording because the first time we started off I said hi Bill, and I guess maybe I was trying to imply that this was going to be me alone speaking. I don't know why I did that.
Well,
Why
you
did I
know
do that?
what? I think maybe you found the topic for today. I think we should talk about getting to know yourself better.
No, well, I was a slip of the tongue, I guess. No, actually, you know what I was going to talk about was music, oldie music.
Okay?
That's a great subject. You know, we on the Facebook page quite a few months ago we started oldie music. You know, Elvis Presley and stuff like that. Some of the old country music singers, and through Olderhood Facebook page and then the Olderhood International Club itself, it's amazing how many people both love to listen to that old music and love to post their own music. It just seems to strike a chord, if you pardon the pun, that people love some of that old music. You know, we posted one last Friday, I think.
And which one was that?
It was it Hank Lachlan, I think it was, singing "You're Cheating Heart" or something like that. And this was actually a recording on an old 78 RPM record, and it was kind of scratchy and whatever. You know how many people loved that? Because it just brings back memories of, yeah, I remember I had an old record player and it played old 78s, and if you dropped them on the floor, they broke. And it's just amazing.
Well, you know what? My grandparents had a gramophone, and you had to crank the thing by hand. It was out at the farmhouse in the
Yeah,
country, and
yeah,
they had all kinds of music,
yeah.
big band music, and the things from the 30s and the 40s.
Glenn Miller.
Glenn Miller,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the Glenn
yeah,
Miller Orchestra, yeah.
yeah. It was fantastic. I think it must trigger in people's. It does in my mind. Not only do you recognise the song or the tune or the music. Not only do you recognise it, but it triggers thoughts I think in your own mind of, yeah, I remember when I heard that first time, or it takes me back to my childhood days.
Well, you know what I think is even funnier? What I think is even funnier is that, I've said before, I'm a product of the 60s. What does that mean in North America? Rock and roll.
Yeah.
They're going to be playing the Beatles and all kinds of crazy things at my funeral. I
Yeah.
think that what's coming in old age is they're going to be, headbangers with long hair and wrinkles, and they're going to be 85 years old.
Well, I think that's great. I mean, let's face it. When we've posted up Elvis Presley, it's amazing. And you know what? The other thing about not just people thinking about it or recognising it, but from all over the world, especially our friends in the Far East. Now, I mean, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but because Elvis was universal, I get that. But we've got people from Japan, the
Well, of
Philippines,
course, because they're
Malaysia.
all into karaoke out there,
Well, maybe,
and
yeah, I guess
and
so.
all those songs are on karaoke.
Oh, I never thought about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it
that's
could
how
be.
they
Yeah, it
learn the
could be.
words.
Yeah, it could be. But I mean, the comments that some of these people make, that they can remember when Johnny Mathis, obviously Frank Sinatra, guys like that. But even the old country stars, Boxcar Willie, unbelievable, Willie Nelson, they love it. Everybody loves music. It seems to trigger it. We started a thing, it must have been 4 or 5 months ago, on a Friday night, Far East time, which was like Friday morning, our time here. We started putting up, well, I guess you would call it dance music, but it was just music you could dance to. And I remember one thread itself in the Olderhood Club, the International Club, and we had something like 200 posts of people just talking, but one thread. And it all started with a single post of one piece of music. And it hit them Friday evening, and all these people in the Philippines were dancing.
You're kidding.
I mean, it was well over 200.
Now, how do you know they were
postings.
dancing?
Well, I don't know about dancing, but I mean, it was well over. It was probably near 300. Post after post after post after. It just went continually for a couple of hours. They loved it. It was fantastic. I found that quite surprising. Well, maybe I shouldn't, but I did.
Well, I think it's not really surprising at all because music is a trigger to your memory and you remember, where you were or what you were doing when you heard a favorite song or what you liked to listen to in high school or, or what the songs that they played at your wedding.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It's very cultural.
Well, and as I say, I think the universality of it is another part of it that, if you look at music coming out of Nashville, and I mean, I guess the people in Nashville thought to begin with, back in the 50s, that, the Grand Ole Opry was just a kind of southern US kind of a thing. But, I mean, I remember back in Scotland listening to the Grand Ole Opry, not live, we couldn't pick it up live, but you could get that kind of music, and it went around the world in 20 minutes. Great.
I'm kind of amazed that you got it in Scotland, if you want to know the truth, but there you go.
Well, yeah, we're kind of universal people in Scotland.
You are?
Yeah, we're kind of like international stuff. Apart from football. We decided to sit out the World Cup this year.
Oh, yeah,
we
just too much work, huh?
Oh, well, we just let them go on with it. We didn't want to sort of go there and beat everybody, so we decided to sit out.
You let somebody else have a turn.
Well, we thought, well, I mean, that's a magnanimous gesture.
Very thoughtful.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
I mean, my goodness me, I've got a flag flying in my car, which is the Scottish flag, and people say, why are you flying the Scottish flag? Scotland isn't in the World Cup, and my answer is, they haven't been knocked out yet.
No. No, I think you have to explain to everybody why in the world you jumped from music to Rangers, because a lot of people aren't...
Scotland. No, Scotland football team.
Same difference.
No,
is there any other team in Scotland other than the Rangers? To hear you talk, there isn't.
No, but we're talking about the national team. It's the national teams that go and they're playing the World Cup.
Okay.
The Brazilians and the Dutch and stuff like that. Anyway, so we decided, at the national level, we'd sit it out this time around. We sat it out last time around as well, in fairness. Well, actually, come to think of it, we sat it out the last 6 times.
Okay, so everybody, you're home of Scotland, where they're not going to play football this year, but you can hear country music. I think that's a great place to stop for today. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/olderhoodcom, and we'll talk to you again next week.
And we'll be on the road again next week.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.